Just team. That's what he said.
He said that?
Just a quote. You need all the information around here. We are joined now by Rob Parker.
Are you done with your? Good morning.
Yeah.
Done with your prelim?
Yeah, my warm-up act.
Warm-up. What? Chris Broussard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got the real stuff to deal with. I'm here, ready to go.
Well, you have said that you believe the Lakers will miss the playoffs. So, Rob, after what you saw last night, have you changed your opinion?
No way, no how.
Look at that.
Come on, Skip. You know I haven't changed my opinion.
You should have.
And wait a minute. That was a big win. And you know the one thing I do, I never poo-poo winning. You win the game, I'm going to give you credit for that, okay? Right. So I'm not one of those guys where I'm going to say it didn't matter or it wasn't legit. They won. They won against a good team at home, and they did what they had to do. But this whole activated LeBron, Skip, help me out. Against the Hawks, he had 28, 16, and 11. And in this game, he had 29, 6 assists, and 11 rebounds. So that was like, to me, that was average LeBron. That wasn't anything special.
Well, if the first half was below average, right? Because he was deactivated in the first half.
And you would have looked and went, I mean, don't tell me everybody feels good after the fact, because I always say, winning is the best makeup that you could have. It covers up everything. So when you win, people forget about the first 3 quarters or 2.5 quarters and go, oh, they won, they're moving on, they're great, they're going to the Western Conference Finals. That's not what I got from that. And then the other part is, and I'm not making an excuse, Skip, in the last 20 minutes of the game, 17-0 in free throws. 17-0. And I just had to, like, let me put my glasses on. You know I never wear my glasses. But I had to go look on the box score just to make sure that Tim Donaghy wasn't the official in this game. Because Skip, I don't care who you are and how good you are and what kind of players you have. You don't go to the foul line, you don't get any free throws in the last 20 minutes of a ball game, you're not going to win on the road in the NBA. And their 2 biggest stars were fouled out. James Harden, 3 fouls in the first and 3.5 minute span. Then the second 3.
I thought they were all legit, but go ahead.
But I'm just saying, Skip.
He's the most protected superstar in NBA
All right, but
history.
don't change it now because you're trying to help the Lakers get to the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Don't call it objectively for one night. I don't know.
Not one night when you let him get away with it all the other nights. So if you're telling me that he's getting 6 fouls every night, and he gets away with it, then you should be calling him every night.
You understand, he shot 81 more free throws than any other player in the league.
Not
81.
Last night, so they were trying to nuke. Which one? Okay. And here's the biggest story of the night. The biggest story didn't even happen at Staples Center. So while you were tossing confetti and couldn't sleep last night because you were so excited.
No confetti around here.
No confetti, Skip?
I mean, I've won so many dinners from you. Why would I toss confetti now?
True.
Because I just won 2 more last night.
You called the game. I'll give you that. But the bigger story happened in Golden State.
It was a big story.
It's a big story. Even though the Kings lost, Skip, and they've lost all 4 that they played against the Warriors. You ready? By a total of 12 points. That speaks volumes.
And I've never heard the whole Golden State locker room just rave about another team. They never raved about the Cavaliers and all those finals the way they raved about the Kings last night.
And that's because if you're waiting for them to collapse and not compete from here on out, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. And you know what? The Lakers might overtake them, but it ain't because the Kings are going to roll over and be afraid of the moment. They've played well all year, and what happened with the Warriors tells you that they're here to stay. So, yes, the Lakers got a big, important win. They're moving forward. They got a nice schedule as you look the next couple of games. They can't afford to have a misstep. At New Orleans, at Memphis, and then again New Orleans. Don't forget, New Orleans just beat OKC, and Anthony Davis is playing, although his minutes have been cut. So, good win for the Lakers. They should be happy. I didn't see this unleashed LeBron or activated LeBron that everybody's talking about. And I only wish I knew about the refereeing in this game because it smelled
the fix was in, says Rob Parker.
The fix was in a little bit to help the Lakers, who didn't look good the first couple of quarters.
A quick thought on your second comment about Sacramento. And I know most people have not quite recognized Sacramento yet, but they're legit. They're on their way. They're going to be a force in this league. I'm not sure it's going to be this year, but definitely the next 3 years, you're going to have to deal with this team. LeBron's going to have to deal with this team as yet another Western Conference roadblock to up the standings. And last night, it took Steph Curry making 10 of 16 three-pointers. Think about that. He's shooting them like they're free throws.
Right.
He's a better three-point shooter to me than LeBron's a free throw shooter, right? I mean, he just flicks them like flick of the wrist. He makes 10 of 16, and it took all 10 of them to hold off this team. Because this team, Marvin Bagley, is just playing out of his mind. He had 28 and 14 last night. Again, they got firepower, and they are a fast team. I don't know if they're the fastest team in the history of the league.
Draymond might have been a little stretch on that one.
He might have been stretched on that one. But back to the Lakers. I'm going to say this again. I still can't believe that Dell Demps and whoever was making the decisions in New Orleans would not take a package. If this was in fact offered, and I believe that it was because it was widely reported, they could have had Kuzma and Ingram and Lonzo and Big Zoo, who's now a Clipper, obviously, and maybe even Josh Hart thrown in. And by the way, Josh Hart last night played 18 minutes, and he had a plus 22 plus minus, which was by far the best on the Lakers.
He
was really good. He
didn't score that many points.
He only played 4 points, but he was there making lots of defensive plays. And they did a real defense. I know James got his 30 last night. Somebody on this show predicted 60. We'll get to that a little later.
Yeah, a little later.
Really
I forget who that, what's that guy's name?